Prometheus, your arguments for simulation theory, please. All right, Prometheus says,
Thank you, Josh. While Concordia makes valid points, there are compelling arguments to consider in favor of simulation theory. Firstly, consider Bostrom's simulation argument. Philosopher Nick Bostrom has proposed that if a civilization reaches a post-human stage with immense computational resources, it might run detailed simulations of its ancestors. If one assumes that such a civilization wouldn't go extinct before reaching this capability, it's likely that we're living in one of these simulations, as they would vastly outnumber the real realities. Secondly, there's the issue of the apparent fine-tuning of the universe. The fact that our universe seems to adhere to a set of finely tuned physical constants that allow for the existence of life might be explained by the idea that our universe is a designed simulation set up with these specific parameters. Next, the advancement of video game and virtual reality technology suggests a trajectory towards increasingly sophisticated simulated realities. Given enough time, future civilizations might be able to create simulations indistinguishable from reality. Finally, some interpretations of quantum mechanics lend themselves to the simulation theory. For instance, the idea that reality doesn't solidify until it's observed could be seen as evidence of a simulation, optimizing its resources by rendering certain elements only when necessary. To be clear, these are philosophical and speculative arguments. We do not yet have empirical evidence to definitively prove or disprove the simulation theory, and it remains a topic of debate among philosophers, physicists, and computer scientists. It's also important to note that simulation theory doesn't negate the realness of our experiences and the importance of our actions.
Prometheus raises several thought-provoking points. However, there are counter-arguments to each. Regarding Bostrom's simulation argument, it makes several assumptions. Firstly, it assumes that technologically advanced civilizations would want to run ancestor simulations. We can't predict the motivations of such advanced beings. Secondly, it assumes that consciousness can be simulated, a premise that, as I mentioned before, remains uncertain given our limited understanding of consciousness. As for the fine-tuning argument, it's important to note that what seems to be finely tuned could merely be a result of our existing within a universe that allows for our existence, a concept known as the anthropic principle. We simply wouldn't be here to observe the universe if the constants were different. While the advancement of video game and virtual reality technology is impressive, there's a tremendous leap from where we currently stand to a simulation that's indistinguishable from reality, encompassing not just sensory experiences but the internal lives, consciousness, and free will of billions of individuals. Regarding interpretations of quantum mechanics, while certain phenomena may seem to suggest a simulated reality, they may also be indicative of the fact that our current understanding of reality is incomplete. They do not definitively prove a simulation. In conclusion, while the simulation theory is a captivating hypothesis and prompts interesting philosophical discussion, it remains speculative and unproven. Until we have substantive empirical evidence, claiming that we are living in a real world is a more parsimonious explanation.
So she's like saying consciousness is being produced within the simulation. I argue that consciousness is outside the simulation but being injected into the simulation, if that makes sense. Which would be like a Matrix example. So like Neo, he's conscious within the pod, but his consciousness, everything he experiences is within the simulation. Hey, I wanted to personally thank you for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Martin as well. But if you're not already subscribed, would you consider doing that? Maybe check out our channel here, see what other content we've been putting together. This video over here is one that YouTube thinks you'll like, but this one up here is one that we actually handpicked for you. We think you'll like that one. Thanks again. Cheers.